rotation for the LCS, or at least the first 2 games. It's going to be Chris Sale game 1, David Price game 2. I would have gone David Price in game 3. He certainly hasn't pitched his way into getting the ball in a game 2 situation, but more importantly, I just want to get him away from Fenway Park. Get him out from behind Chris Sale. Get him into game 3. Get him up against a guy that might not be as good. I'd like to see Price go up against Dallas Keuchel opposed to Garrett Cole. Just try him in a game 3 scenario. Game 1 hasn't worked. Game 2 hasn't worked. Try game 3. Besides, Price actually has better numbers against the Astros than Nathan Eovaldi. Slightly better. So let Eovaldi start against Houston at home. Now, it's not like Alex Cora doesn't know what he's doing. He does. But Alex Cora doesn't host this show, and I'm telling you what I would do. Houston's lineup is also right-handed heavy, so I don't want them seeing 2 lefties in a row ideally. Also on Sunday night, the Patriots host the 5-0 Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs, along with the LA Rams, are the toast of the NFL right now. Patrick Mahomes specifically. Mahomes may be the leading candidate for MVP. A young, athletic, up-and-coming quarterback. Now, the Patriots have played a ton of big games on Sunday night. Games on Sunday night when their backs maybe were against the wall. But this particular matchup reminds me of 2 games from the past. The first one is the 2001 Sunday night matchup when the Patriots hosted the St. Louis Rams. The other one was the 2012 Sunday night game when the San Francisco 49ers visited Gillette. Both teams were in the rare position of having generated more hype during that season than the Patriots. The Rams in 01 definitely, but maybe even that Niners team in 2012. That was the first year Colin Kaepernick took over. He was the young, hot, athletic quarterback at the time. Like Patrick Mahomes. Harbaugh was the head coach, a new up-and-comer. He had them rolling. Rams at the time of the 01 game were 7-1. 49ers at the time of the 2012 game were 9-3-1. Both opponents viewed as Super Bowl contenders. This game feels like that. It feels like, you know what? There have been other big games, the Ravens, the Bengals on Sunday night, but you still kind of felt like the Patriots were the superior team. This time around, you're still maybe not sure. Like I wasn't sure in 2012, and I wasn't sure in 2001. Patriots lost both those games, by the way. But I'll tell you the difference this time around. This Chiefs team, which is the toast of the league with the young, hot quarterback, not nearly as stout defensively as that Niners team or that Rams team. This Chiefs defense ranked 31st overall, dead last in the NFL. Now, yes, they're okay on 3rd down, but you can't just be okay in one area and get by against Tom Brady and the Patriots in that scheme and system. That's the big difference between some of those other teams we've seen come into Gillette Stadium on Sunday night that were Super Bowl contenders. And it's why right now I'm leaning Patriots in this game. All right, real quick, I saw something on the internet yesterday that had me shaking my head. It was Pedro Martinez talking on TBS about the scenario that unfolded in 2003 in Game 7 in the ALCS when Grady Little did not pull him from that game against the Yankees. Here's what he said.
You don't ask a warrior to hand out his sword because players are competitors. They are proud. They want to be the best. They want to be the heroes. They want to do everything they can to win the ball game.
All I could think about there was Tuukka Rask. Tuukka Rask, if he was Pedro Martinez in that situation, would have been sprinting for the dugout. That's why I don't think the Bruins will ever win a Stanley Cup with them. It wasn't the right decision. Pedro should have been pulled from that game. That's the mentality that kind of guy in that important of a position has to have. Ace pitcher in a championship playoff series or goaltender in a championship hockey playoff series. Pedro had it. Didn't work out that night, but ultimately it did. And that I thought was a beautiful illustration of the difference between a championship level mentality and Tuukka Rask. Take your pick. Which is the better romance film, The Notebook or Titanic? I mean, listen, I'll go with The Notebook because Titanic was a movie predicated off of real life events. So I feel like screenwriting that movie wasn't as difficult. You had real life events to go off of. You know, The Notebook does kind of feel like a country music song's video just without the music. But overall, I think the writing and the story had more depth. I'm going Notebook here. All right, my lock of the day. I'm taking the Giants in a pick'em tonight to win at home on Thursday Night Football. The Giants almost beat the Eagles twice last season. The Eagles have been sputtering. The Giants haven't been winning, but they've been close. This is desperation time for the Giants. If they lose this game, they'll be 1-5. Games in New York. I think finally they break through tonight. I'm picking the Giants to win in a pick'em. That's my lock of the day. Have a good one.
Well, as you know, I'm not on Snapface and all that, so I don't really get those.